What's up, everybody? It's Conrathen here, and I thought today I would bring you a video on some of the stuff that I bought on my recent manga shopping trip. Every 2 weeks, I try to go and I add to my collection, whether it be adding to new releases that came out on my series that I already have, or whether it's looking to see if I can find a new series to pick up and just binge through. So I thought today I'd share with you a little bit of what I'm going to be reading, and I'd be curious to hear some of your thoughts about stuff if you've read it already or if something catches your interest, recommendations to read. I love to hear what other people are reading just to get an idea and get the taste of what others are thinking. So let's dive right in. So I want to start off with one of my favorite series that I'm currently reading, which is called We Never Learn, and this is volume 20 out of 21, and I'm currently on, I believe, volume 16. But really good. It's kind of a rom-com-esque harem, if you will. But I really have enjoyed the characters and how much depth that we give to each character in the harem. They each seem to have their own problems, circumstances, if you will. But it's really, I don't know, inspiring in some ways to kind of see some people that get over problems that most people would face, whether it be parents being disappointed and whatnot in you, people trying to tell you what path you should take, even people giving up on their dreams because they feel they're better suited for something else. So it's definitely a read that you should check out. I'll do a review on it once I finish the series. A few others. I got Bofuri Manga 3. I watched the anime. I want to bulk read the manga at some point very soon. That's on my to-do list. Slime, the light novel, volume 8, which that one will be interesting once I get to it. That'll be one of my next big challenges of reading. Another series I really enjoy, Saga of Tanya the Evil, volume 9, which that's an interesting series for anyone that's actually delved into it. It's not your normal isekai per se. Personal favorite, Dark History of a Villainess. It's kind of similar to my Next Life as a Villainess. But it's a series that I've been keeping up with, so it's one I'll probably put through really quick, and then I'll let you guys know what I think of it. Fly Me to the Moon, volume 9, wholesome series, and then I got Nagatoro season volume 2, which I plan on binging that relatively soon, just for the fun of it. Speed run through a few more of these. So we have the manga for I've Been Killing Slimes, which the anime came out last year. It's pretty laid back isekai for the most part. The second volume of the spinoff for Run a Girlfriend, a really shy girl. It's just like any other spinoff. It's kind of like daily mischief and whatnot, but it's a fun read if you've got nothing to do, kind of laid back and laxed. Komi volume 4. So now I can finally start reading it because I have a good chunk of the series lined up, and I'll be binging through that probably shortly after I finish We Never Learn. Twin Stars Exorcist. So this is one where the anime came out a few years ago and kind of gave it its own conclusion, but the series is still going on in terms of manga. And I'll probably start binging this at some point too, but this is volume 24, so I got a long way to go, and that will be an afternoon a day set aside for just that, but it's a review that I'll be interested in getting through. This is a series that a friend keeps recommending that I read, and I'm probably going to be challenged to read it very soon on our podcast, but it's Trapped in a Dating Sim, volume 3, the manga. So he said a lot of good things about it. I gotta be honest, I don't really know too much of the synopsis. I've read a little bit of the back of the first volume, but looks interesting, so be interested. We'll save that for his recommendation, I guess, at some point. So Children of the Whales, volume 2. I want to read this before I watch the anime, but I've heard a lot of people that have watched the anime have somewhat enjoyed it, so I kind of want to read it and see what it's about, because I'm pretty sure the manga is still ongoing, but the series itself, or at least the Netflix, I think that was put out, is not the complete thing, so we'll see. Spy Classroom is one of those that I've picked up just looking off the synopsis. At some point I'm going to be digging into it too. But this is the light novel, the second light volume of it, and like I said, it looks fairly interesting, or at least the premise of it being that Spy Classroom. So once I know a little bit more, I'll let you guys know and tell you how it is. But it's one that's piqued my interest and haven't heard too much about it, so I'd like to at least dive in myself and see how good it really is, you know. All right, so diving into some series that I've pretty much bulk built because I plan on reading them within a quick amount of time, that I've heard a lot about. So I have volumes 2, 3, and 4 of Chainsaw Man. I have volume 1 sitting back there somewhere, so that should give me enough that I can at least get started and check this out. I've heard all of this hype and excitement about it. Anime is coming out later this year. We'll see. I will definitely have to try it so that I can be with all of the cool kids, but I'm gonna binge read that fairly quick just so I can catch up with everybody else. And then another series that I've not been able to track down the first volume is Call of the Night. I've heard this getting a lot of popular takes, I guess, from people. So this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have volume 1 on order, and once that comes in, I'm going to try to binge read that as well because it looks really interesting. Never been big into vampires, which I heard is kind of like the gimmick of it, but I've heard like the theme of it is pretty decent and kind of fun in its own way, so I'll check it out and let you guys know. So something that caught my interest on the shelf was Devil's Candy, and so like I guess what's caught me off guard is essentially characters put together his own OP character for the series, but it looks kind of fun. I like these kind of like, it's got like a haunted house Gaz type theme, not haunted house, but more like a this kind of like fantasy darker characters, but in a funny goofy way. So I really want to check this out. The art looks pretty fun. The story itself looks kind of interesting, not as dark as much as just kind of fun and silly. So after I read the first volume, I'll let you guys know how that one went. And then finally we get to my light novel group, so I'll breeze through this real quick. So third volume of Space Mercenary, it's fairly good read so far, kind of silly harem-esque type thing, but it's in space. I don't really see a ton of sci-fi-esque outside of mecha stuff from manga, so kind of curious what it's about. Sword Art Progressive Volume 7, which I've kind of liked reading and catching up to the stuff that happened in Aincrad before the first season of Sword Art ended. I think that was more interesting and more of a hook than the actual series developed into, where it kind of got laxed in a lot of areas. So if I get a bulk read out of it, I'll definitely let you guys know. The show/read of the year from last year, I guess, was Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, Volume 14. So I haven't read deeply into it. I've kind of read, I think, the first season. The second season just aired, I think. I think it finished last fall, spring, winter, something like that. But definitely worth checking out, at least watching the anime. I thought it was really good. The read so far with the light novels has been fun. I just haven't made it that far. Drugstore in Another World, Volume 4. This also had an anime come out last year. It's kind of cutesy, kind of fun. It's just, if you like laid back isekais to kind of kill your time and put a smile on your face, definitely something you should check out. My Status as an Assassin obviously exceeds the heroes, Volume 3 of the light novel. It's fun. It's a good read. I got really hooked on the manga. I think you guys would probably enjoy it too. Light novels are a lot harder to trudge, but I think you get a little bit more of a story when you read them, so that's why I like to pick them out. It's just harder to chip through them at times. Series that I really, really love from last year that I got really hyped into. So I'm a Spider, So What, Volume 13, light novel. I binged the heck out of this. Like, I think the first 2 weeks once the anime finished, I read through the first 12 volumes that are back there. I'm going to probably read through that really quick, and yeah, maybe I'll give you guys a video about the light novels. Manga, the anime itself was okay, but it had a lot of visual issues, in my opinion, the later on it got. So, but it's definitely worth checking out in terms of the story aspect. It'll be interesting to see where they go with season 2. And then Bofuri, Volume 4 of the light novel. Bofuri is just another kind of laid back, fun. It's almost like a Sword Art-esque type isekai, if you will. But she's like super overpowered. It's funny because the main character in this story kind of does the exact same thing I would do in video games, which is I build defense first, like a lot. Play tanks in like League of Legends and stuff. In my other games I've played, I'll usually try to bulk up on my defense, so I kind of relate to this character of, hey, I'd rather not die. So this next part will probably irritate the heck out of a bunch of people, but I saw this at Books A Million and I thought I probably should just buy it now because I'm trying to collect the box sets of it. Box sets are really bad to be trying to get things in, especially for a series that's not complete, but here it is. Box set season 4 of One Piece, volumes 71 through 90, which if I remember correctly was Dressrosa up until Reverie, so right before Wano, where the volumes currently are at. And I'll open it for you guys and show you all the fun goodies inside. All right, ready? '71 through 90. Actually looks pretty good. I don't usually shelve them in the boxes, but I wish I could if I had enough shelf space. And it's got with it, besides those volumes, Solitary Journey of Jinbei, which is just the slow cover story, if you will, which looks pretty fun and interesting. And also poster, which that is everybody having beach fun, and then the crew and their kid forms, which that's pretty cool. So yeah, that was my shopping trip for the weekend. Definitely a lot of stuff. I didn't expect to be buying the manga set for One Piece. That was a bit over budget, just a bit. But I didn't feel like I could pass that up since I'm trying to collect the box sets for One Piece. So in general, I don't buy as much as I normally do anyways. I'm trying to binge grab Call of the Night and Chainsaw Man, so when I'm bulking series, I bulk hard. But let me know what you guys think about the stuff that I picked up. If you've read some of this stuff, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. If there was something that I picked up that you've not read that you're interested in, or that you want me to read quickly and give you an opinion on, just let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I enjoy listening and hearing what other people have to say about their own reading experiences. You know, we're all different. We all have our own different tastes. So I'm curious what yours is. Take care, everyone. And I can't wait to catch you in the next video.